Foods that cause heartburn. Heartburn is an uncomfortable symptom that's quite common. People often describe it as a painful, burning sensation that occurs in the lower chest area and radiates towards the mouth. Some people with heartburn also describe having a sour taste in their mouth. If you frequently experience heartburn, you may have noticed that certain foods can bring it on or make it worse. What is heartburn? Heartburn is the most common symptom of gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD, a gastrointestinal disorder that affects up to 27.8% of US adults. Gastroesophageal reflux disease develops when contents of the stomach flow back into the esophagus, causing symptoms like heartburn, burping, chest pain, a sore taste in the mouth from regurgitation. Normally, stomach acid does not reach the esophagus because of a barrier between the esophagus and stomach called lower esophageal sphincter. This ring-like muscle naturally stays closed and normally only opens when you swallow or burp. Impairment and relaxation of lower esophageal sphincter is just one possible cause of gastroesophageal reflux disease. Other factors that may increase the risk of developing gastroesophageal reflux disease includes delayed stomach emptying, hiatal hernia, obesity, being over the age of 50, drinking excess amount of alcohol, smoking, being pregnant, having a musculoskeletal disorder, taking certain medications such as benzodiazepine, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or antidepressants. Treatment of GERD involves managing associated symptoms including heartburn. Lifestyle modifications are considered the most important part of gastroesophageal reflux disease treatment, though people use other treatments as well, such as medications. It is not recommended that people with gastroesophageal reflux disease should eliminate certain foods from their diet. However, many healthcare professionals do recommend that people with gastroesophageal reflux disease and heartburn symptoms avoid consuming certain things. Foods that may cause heartburn. Number 1. High-fat foods. High-fat foods may cause heartburn, especially greasy foods like fries and pizza. High-fat foods make heartburn worse by stimulating your body to release substances that lead your esophagus to become irritated. These include bile salts and hormone cholecystokinin (CCK) in your bloodstream, which may relax the lower esophageal sphincter and lead to acid reflux. It is found that more than half of the people in a study who reported food triggers also reported that high-fat fried food caused their gastroesophageal reflux disease symptoms like heartburn. Plus, when participants removed triggering foods for 2 weeks, the percentage that reported heartburn dropped from 93% to 44%. Fried and greasy foods seems to have a strongest effects. Number 2, mint. Spices of mint like peppermint and spearmint are often thought to soothe digestive conditions. However, there is more evidence that these types of mint may cause heartburn. Peppermint decreases lower esophageal sphincter pressure and may cause heartburn. Although mint could trigger gastroesophageal reflux disease symptoms, it only seems to be an issue for a small proportion of people with gastroesophageal reflux disease. If you experience heartburn after consuming mint products, you may want to eliminate them from your diet to see whether it helps you manage your heartburn or not. Number 3. Citrus juices. Drinking citrus juices may trigger heartburn symptom. People commonly report that orange and grapefruit juices cause esophageal reflux disease symptoms like heartburn. Chocolate. Chocolate is another common trigger for heartburn. Ingredients in chocolate like cacao and caffeine can relax the lower esophageal sphincter and increase esophageal exposure to acid. Many people report heartburn symptoms after consuming chocolate, and studies have shown that chocolate can reduce lower esophageal sphincter pressure. If you find that eating chocolate gives you heartburn or worsens your heartburn symptoms, try cutting it out of your diet. Spicy foods. Spicy foods are notorious for causing heartburn. Chili capsules increases gastric accommodation, which is when the upper part of the stomach relaxes in response to eating a meal. It is found that high consumption of spicy foods was associated with a greater risk of heartburn in men. In addition, spicy foods may irritate an already inflamed esophagus, and this may worsen heartburn symptoms. If you think spicy foods may be causing your heartburn, consider eliminating them from your diet. Onions. Onions, especially raw onions, are a common trigger for heartburn. Onion cause heartburn symptoms in many people with gastroesophageal reflux disease. In addition, onions are a rich source of FODMAPs, fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols, a class of small non-digestible carbs that cause digestive issues in some people. These may cause heartburn in people who are sensitive to fermentable oligosaccharide, disaccharide, monosaccharide, and polyols. So consider to be removed them. Alcohol. Moderate to excessive alcohol intake may worsen gastroesophageal reflux disease symptoms, including heartburn. That's because alcohol relaxes the lower esophageal sphincter, which may allow stomach acid to escape into the esophagus and trigger heartburn. Studies have shown that alcohol consumption is a risk factor for GERD. It is found that people who drank alcohol more than 5 times per week were more than twice as likely to have GERD than people who did not drink or rarely drink alcohol. Coffee and caffeinated beverages. Some people may experience heartburn when drinking coffee and other caffeinated beverages. This is because caffeine has been shown to relax the lower esophageal sphincter, which can increase the risk of acid reflux and heartburn. Plus, coffee may stimulate gastric acid secretion, which may exacerbate heartburn. If you tolerate coffee, there is no need to avoid it. On the other hand, if coffee gives you reflux and heartburn, it's best to avoid it or limit your intake. Sodas and carbonated beverages. Many people find they get heartburn after drinking sodas and carbonated beverages. These drinks may relax the esophageal sphincter and increase the acidity of stomach acid. In fact, soft drink consumption is considered a major contributor to heartburn that occurs at night, which is known as nocturnal heartburn. If you experience heartburn after drinking soda or other carbonated beverages, it is best to limit your intake or cut out carbonated drinks completely. Other ways to relieve heartburn. In addition to removing foods from your diet that may cause heartburn, there are other ways to tame heartburn. Maintain a healthy body weight. Obesity is associated with GERD. Losing weight and maintaining a healthy body weight may decrease gastroesophageal reflux disease symptoms. Try a lower carb diet. Following a lower carb diet may help reduce symptoms of GERD. Simply reducing your intake of refined carbs and added sugars may help as well. Avoid lying down after meals. Healthcare professionals often recommend that those with GERD eat at least 3 hours before bedtime. Lying down soon after eating may worsen GERD symptoms like heartburn. Follow a Mediterranean style diet. A Mediterranean diet, which is rich in fibrous foods like beans and vegetables, as well as healthy fats like olive oils and fish, may help manage GERD symptoms. Increase physical activity. Exercising for 30 minutes 3 times a week was associated with a reduced risk of GERD. Elevate your head in the bed. Elevating your upper body while you are in the bed may help reduce symptoms of GERD and improve your sleep patterns. There are many other ways to improve and manage symptoms of GERD. If you have heartburn, it is best to develop a treatment plan with a heartburn healthcare professional. The bottom line: Heartburn is the most common symptom related to gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD. It affects millions of people around the world. It's a good idea to keep a food diary so you can track with which foods give you heartburn. Even though removing certain foods may help control heartburn, it's best to work with your healthcare provider to come up with a comprehensive treatment plan to manage your GERD symptoms.